I'm Ashton from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Crypto Engineer. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. It's a pleasure to see you again, and I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you for having me, Ashton.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to learn a little bit about crypto engineering, a little bit on your background to start, and then we can jump into the Engineering Robo.
Sure. It was the beginning of 2013 when I first heard about Bitcoin. And at that time, I didn't give so much attention. But the same year, in September 2013, I read a couple of articles and I tweeted about Bitcoin. First time from my personal Twitter account. And it was like, hackers loves Bitcoin. A month later, as you know, world's first Bitcoin ATM machine opened in Vancouver. And I got my first one Bitcoin with my friend's advice for $200. A short after, Bitcoin doubles and I sold my Bitcoin to him. I still regret though, but at that time, everyone was telling that it will drop to zero, right? And in November 2016, I decided to become a full-time crypto trader.
Wow, congratulations. That's quite the story. And trust me, I know a lot of people that bought Bitcoin way back, and when it doubled, it seemed, very lucrative, like a 2x. And nowadays it's like, oh, it's actually like a 50x for the people that bought back then. So it's been a pretty crazy ride. And what does, full-time crypto trader entail? Are you, 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day?
10 hours before Engineering Robo. I spend around 10 hours in front of the screen.
Mm-hmm. Great. And through your engineering expertise, you've now created the Engineering Robo. Could you speak a little bit about what is the Engineering Robo and what is the advantage of utilizing this tool over just regular trading?
Sure, definitely. So I can count you 5 biggest reasons that I recommend people to use the Engineering Robo. Number 1 is reduce your screen time. As a trader, I was spending over 10 hours in front of screen. With Engineering Robo, I cut this time a couple of hours. Number 2 is that Engineering Robo includes 5 different strategies. We can also call that 5 different robots, 5 different traders, create entry and exit ideas for you. 7 hours, 7 days, 24 hours. So what does it mean? You can get a second opinion. Number 3, lots of people are complaining about missing opportunities, missing great entry-level points. Engineering Robo plus TradingView platform premium membership, you don't miss any great opportunities anymore. And then number 4, I say many times to people, traders' biggest enemy is emotion. So Engineering Robo kills emotion. And the number 5 is the obvious one. With Engineering Robo, traders, they increase their success rate.
That's great. Well, that's a very concise list. Thank you for that. And now I'm sort of curious, what was the reason behind starting Engineering Robo? Was it just because of your personal frustrations? And how long did it take to build it?
Sure, definitely. So got the idea in May 2019. And June 2019, I start to search about algorithmic trades. And since September, over 130 testers, traders have been testing Engineering Robo on all financial market. And this Friday, we will officially launch the product to people. And
wow,
the main thing
exciting.
I can tell you, actually, I created for myself to reduce my time. But when I see the success rate and when I get the good feedbacks from the people around me, I try to share with people.
Definitely. And I read that you have also traded things outside of crypto before, whether it's Forex or the stock market, and maybe you can touch on that a little bit. And also, does the Engineering Robo cross over to trade anything, or is it just designed for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies?
That's a great question, Ashton. So I have been asking this question to all our testers, over 130 people, for weeks. And so far, I received great feedbacks from them. And I can easily say that you can test, you can use Engineering Robo on all financial markets, such as S&P 500, Nasdaq, commodities, exchange Istanbul, Forex, and crypto. The only thing that I strongly recommend crypto people to use 3-day, 1-day, or 3 hours candlesticks on their charts. Stock market people, I strongly recommend to stay with 1 week candlesticks to get the best result from Engineering Robo.
Okay, so if there are people that are doing day trading or 1 hour charts, it's not as functional for them, or it'll still work, it's just not ideal?
Actually, I don't recommend people to use Engineering Robo below 3 hours candlesticks, because you already have 5 different strategies, 5 different algos in Engineering Robo. So if you go below 3 hours, you can confuse with all these entry and exit ideas.
Okay, and I'm guessing you have some strategies that you've employed throughout your time learning to be a professional crypto trader. Do you combine those strategies and use them to your advantage with the Engineering Robo? But from what I understand, the Engineering Robo simply gives you signals, and you should have some kind of generic strategy, but you can really at some point just follow the signals and to follow the money. So how much of the strategy do you employ personally, and do you recommend for people to have?
So Ashton, when you trade with Engineering Robo, it gives you all the great entry and exit ideas to you 7 days, 24 hours with the proven record of success. So when you decide to combine your own strategy with Engineering Robo, you can get great result. At the same time, Engineering Robo is not an auto trading bot. It is a robo advisor. So it is totally depending on you to agree or disagree with Engineering Robo. But I can just repeat myself, when you combine your own strategy with Engineering Robo, you can get easily great results.
Okay, great, good to know. And what is your ultimate goal for this, in the next 12 months? You've just launched this now. Where do you foresee this growing, and how do you see it helping people?
Ashton, I have a strong team behind me, based in San Francisco, America, and Turkey. So all the time we discuss this question with my people, my team, and I can easily say that the ultimate goal of Engineering Robo is helping traders to make their life easier, and at the same time to increase their profitability. So 2 things, one of them making their job easy, and the number 2 to increase their success rate.
That's great. And now there's been 130 people that have tested the platform. You mentioned on Friday you're going live. What are the steps required for traders and people that are interested to start using the platform?
Definitely. So they can reach out to me on TradingView. My username is Crypto Engineering. On Twitter, I use Crypto Engineers, or they can use hashtag Crypto Engineers. They can find me so easily. Crypto Engineering, they can find me easily, or at Engineering Robo. So when they reach out to me, I can also provide them 1 week free trial, so they can test it, they can use it. And for the existing people, we will start with the invite only, and we will see it in the real market, obviously, because we have a strong competition in the market, and we will be the cool kid here.
Well, that's very exciting. Crypto engineer. Sounds like you've built quite the product, and I've seen the posts of it on your Twitter, and it looks very interesting. So I'm looking forward to that launch on Friday, and all the best growing the platform. And I'll leave those links that you mentioned in the description box below of the video for the viewers. And I really appreciate you coming on the show. And let's follow up in the near future when Engineering Robo has grown, and we'll see how the community is doing. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Ashton, again. Appreciate it.